New Zealand Ambassador to Laos Reuben Levermore offered an exclusive interview to our LNTV English news team that New Zealand will extend its support to Laos for development with a focus on tourism, agricultural, and renewable energy fields in which both countries have potential. New Zealand Ambassador to Laos Reuben Levermore revealed the New Zealand government's plans for Laos while the embassy was hosting the New Zealand-Asean 40th Anniversary Award reception in Vientiane.
Of course, while we have 40 years of relations with ASEAN, Laos was a member of ASEAN since 1997, but New Zealand's support goes back to the 1950s, and over those years we've had many students study scholarships at New Zealand universities. Today we provide 30 scholarships a year. We're going to increase that to 35 scholarships each year. It's one way that we can help with studies and English language training so that the students can come back to Laos and hopefully contribute to the country's development.
The ambassador pointed out the similarities between the two countries, saying they are small but have an abundance of natural resources. New Zealand has a sizable tourism industry while this sector is growing rapidly in Laos. New Zealand has provided development support for Laos since the 1950s through Colombo Plan projects and presently provides for agricultural and tourism development as well as scholarships for postgraduate studies at New Zealand universities. Some of the most outstanding and successful projects supported by New Zealand in recent years are provincial tourism development in Luang Namtha, Sieng Khawang, Bolikamsai, and Khammouan provinces. The internationally recognized Namha Ecotourism Project completed in 2008 and the Fighting Poverty at Plain of Jars project completed in 2010.
We have a lot in common, New Zealand and Laos. We're both countries with small populations. We have a large land area. We are rich in agricultural resources. We're rich in renewable energy. We have the opportunity to develop tourism sectors. In these areas we have much in common. So where New Zealand is strong, we are hoping through our development programs in tourism, in livestock development for beef production, and also in education to help.
Ambassador Levermore said New Zealand would soon begin a project to develop livestock farming for beef production, with the project's term of reference about to be finalized. He noted that agriculture was prominent in many countries, but it was unusual for New Zealand as a developed country to have industries based on agriculture. He explained that agriculture provided business opportunities in New Zealand and was the foundation of its economy, while the country sees a lot of potential in Laos, such as land and good growing conditions for many products. He cited the popularity of Lao coffee as an example, while also mentioning beef production as another area of potential. The ambassador said it is important for Laos to use its natural resources to create more opportunities for people. As much of the population relies on agriculture, we can help to increase incomes in communities, reducing poverty. Laos has been the country responsible for coordinating New Zealand's dialogue with ASEAN from 2012 to 2015.
In ASEAN, a number of countries with young populations, and we see the future is very bright if the youth are able to be educated and to apply their skills. So for our scholars, whether they go into the Lao government or into business or into development, there's opportunities for them to make a contribution, and we're very proud of them. They're very smart and very energetic, so we will follow their progress very closely. You know, Laos has helped New Zealand as well, because in our relationship with ASEAN, Laos has been the country that's designated the coordinator for our dialogue with ASEAN for the last couple of years, and it's done an excellent job. So part of the reason to be here is to say thank you to Laos.
Ambassador Levermore said that as New Zealand and Laos have lost connections in ASEAN, and Laos has been very helpful for New Zealand, he expected an increase of support for Laos would be announced during the ASEAN Summit to be held in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia in November, when ASEAN leaders, including the prime ministers of the two countries, will attend. The ambassador revealed that 25 scholarships will be available for Laos students to study at New Zealand universities next year to take courses that support development sectors in Laos, as well as courses in English, which is the working language of ASEAN.